Hey everybody, Jason here. Today I thought we'd do a quick video and I'd kind of share with you exactly how I clean my stuff. I get a lot of comments on Facebook when I post pictures of myself and people always ask me why my stuff is always so clean. Now this normally applies more to my 10 scale stuff than it does to my 8 scale stuff because I race a lot more 10 scale and obviously it's a lot easier to keep a 10 scale vehicle clean. But showing you how to clean a 10 scale vehicle would really be the easiest way to do it, and that probably wouldn't serve you. So I thought I'd show you exactly how to clean an 8 scale vehicle. So I've got two kits. I got two cars right here, and the first one I'm going to show you, this is my Mugen MBX7R Eco, and you can see that I brought it back from Las Vegas just the way it came off the track. It's got dirt pretty much everywhere. The wing is nasty. It's covered in dust up here in the front. Let me get this Velcro strap out of the way. It's covered in dust pretty much everywhere, and it's just really a hot mess. So this is exactly what my 8 scale stuff looks like when it comes off the track. Now, I've already cleaned my nitro kit, my MBX7R, and this is what it looks like after it's been cleaned. And you can see that there's no dust, the plastics are really nice and clean. Obviously the chassis has some scratching in it, but it just overall the kit just came out really clean. And there's really no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Cleaning an 8 scale nitro kit is really, it's quite a bit of work. You generally start off by taking it over to a compressor and using compressed air to get all of the loose, the loose dust, the loose dirt, stuff like that to come off first. Then I grab my Simple Green and a rag and I go ahead and just wipe down as much as I can. And then it's on to cleaning with a brush. Now, there's basically two levels of using a brush. For the stuff that really just won't come off at all, I just grab one of these good old-fashioned, I got these for like a 2-pack. This is the same type of toothbrush that I use for applying tire sauce and stuff like that when I'm not using the swabber in the bottle for my 10 scale stuff. But this is just for the stuff that just won't come off. And then for the loose stuff and the main dust and stuff that just was a little bit, just stuck to the car a little bit more than the compressed air could get off, I go to something like this, which is actually really handy. This is just a really inexpensive cut-in brush that you can get from Home Depot for about $5. And you can see it's got a nice little bendy handle on it. The downside is that while they start out looking something like this, this one's about 2 weeks old, and you can see the bristles are already starting to fray a little bit. After just a few months, you end up with something looking like this. And this thing is just pretty much a disaster. I mean, it still works, it still gets the job done, but it looks terrible. Now, I was turned on to a much better brush by the Testmans. They use these really nice Purdy brushes. These are like professional painting brushes, and this thing isn't cheap. While the brush I just showed you was about $5, this brush will run you about $15, and you can get these either in paint stores. Sometimes you can see them at like Home Depot or Lowe's, but most of the time you're going to need to get this at somewhere like a real paint store or Amazon. But let me go ahead and open this up for you real quick. This is actually a very specific Purdy brush. This isn't just any Purdy brush. It's actually a Purdy black bristle brush. So this thing actually works really good. It cleans the car up, and it really doesn't seem to fray. At least the ones that Ty and Gord have haven't frayed really at all. So this is something I would recommend. So the only real downside to this brush is, number one, that it's expensive. I think this one was about $15, and it's obviously too long to fit into your toolbox, as you can see right here. But no matter, we'll run this out into the garage, run it through the bandsaw real quick, and we'll have a nice short brush. Okay, so you came off the track, you used some compressed air to get all the loose stuff off the car, you wiped it down with a rag, you've actually even cleaned it up with the brush. But now that the dirt and the muck and the grime are pretty much all off the car, the plastics still look kind of medium, they're not shiny, they're not clean. They kind of have that dusty, kind of like chalky look to them, and you want to get rid of that. Well, there are really two substances that I use to get rid of that look. Now, my first and personal favorite is SC1, and this is really just a motocross cleaner for cleaning plastics on, dirt bikes and things like that, and this stuff works really good. It actually has like a cherry scent, which I actually like, although I have heard people, Ty Testman told me he thinks it smells like a porta potty. It is what it is, right? I guess if you want your car to smell like a porta potty, you can use this. I think it's cherries, just for the record. Or you can use something like this, WD-40. And just for the record, this Mugen right here, this was actually cleaned with WD-40, not with SC1, because when I cleaned it, I didn't have any SC1 with me. So obviously both of these aerosols will work just fine. You just spray a little bit on the end of the brush, just a light mist, and you kind of go over the plastics after they're already clean, and then it just really cleans them up and gives it a nice clean factory look. So that's about it. That's how I clean all my 8 scale stuff. I just compressed air it down, wipe it off with a rag and some Simple Green. I get after the stuff that won't come off with compressed air with a toothbrush, knock all the stuff that still remains, or the loose stuff, with a paintbrush, and then that's that. Then I head out and grab some SC1 or some WD-40, spray it onto the paintbrush, and just clean up the plastics for that nice, clean, new-looking buggy. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video as much as I enjoyed making it, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye. I just want to say thanks again for watching my videos. I appreciate you guys watching. If you enjoyed this video, you'd be doing me a huge favor if you could either like, comment, or even better, subscribe. I post a lot of stuff on social media like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, stuff like that. So if you want to catch up with me, I'll post this stuff up for you, and you can come on over, add me as a friend, follow me on Instagram, and you'll be able to see things that just don't make it to YouTube. Again, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.